Ladies. Oh, sorry. Let me get the extra pervy mic going. Ladies, gentlemen, gentle people, gentle gender fluids, undecideds, whoever you are, wherever you are, listening to my creepy voice with the echo turned on because I'm back at home. Home. Welcome. Sorry. To episode 26 of Apologies Up Front. I'm your host. For legal reasons, you'll have to call me Keego, and I'm trying to figure out how to use my microphone again. But I hope you're all well. It's been a couple of weeks since we've last discussed our lives together. Let me just twiddle a couple of knobs here, see if anything changes. What? What's happening? Oh my god. Is this any better? How do I get out of this now? How do I should... Can we stop? How? Hello? This might be my voice from now on. It's supposed to be a female voice. Doesn't really sound very female. If you ever meet a female with this voice, it's probably just me. Thank you very much. How the fuck do I make this stop? Hang on. Let me see. Hello? Okay. Will I start again or will I just stay? What? I don't know what that means. Can you hear me? I do not like machines. I'm assuming you can still hear me. Hello? I am assuming you can, even though I can't hear myself, which is fine. Hang on, I'm going to pause this. And we are back as if nothing happened. I don't really know what happened there. I pressed the wrong button. Things happened. I hope you're well. It's Friday. It is raining. We are back from our holiday. We went to Ibiza. It was 35 degrees. I had to wear a factor 50 rash guard for the entire time. Oh, sorry. Got a bit creepy there again with the echo. For the entire time I was there. Because I'm Irish and I can't navigate the sun. But it was great fun. 2 weeks away and then straight back into the rain. But before, I'm trying to think what's been happening since I last spoke to you. Because while I was over there, I organised a gig for Wicklow Pride. So it was great. But this is where I put up a message there on Instagram the other day, yesterday, just about bullies. Now I'm 42. You can't bully me. But that's what was trying to be done. I'm going to read the message out here. Just give me a sec. I'm not going to say who it's from because I actually like the person. And this message was quite surprising. Hang on. So I booked a lineup. Great, absolutely savage lineup. Everyone was different. It ended up working out and there's no problem. But someone who I don't really speak to, I'm going to try and keep it as vague as possible just to point out that it doesn't matter. It's general. It's the general behaviour. So the lineup was put together. There's a bit of everything in there for Wicklow Pride. Everyone, is really good. Was really good. The night went really well. Anyway, but there was an issue with the lineup. I'm not going to go into any more detail. No one in the real world had an issue. But there's kind of a long story behind comments that were going on online. I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible. Basically, there's a group of people being bullied based on their decisions on where to gig. Right, that's as far as I'll go. As I said, I'm 42, you can't bully me. but someone spoke out about it relatively recently, and very well done. And there was a bit of everyone suddenly agreed because one person said it. It's a bit like, when one person says something, everyone agrees then because the ice is broken. But there was a comment made somewhere about kind of someone comparing bullying of this person to kind of, I think it was basically, let me get it up here on my screen. How do I say this without actually saying who it was? Because I don't want to do that. Basically, thinking the world was all about toxic masculinity, but in reality it's about bullying. And so that comment was made, and I don't think, again, I've gone back to this person to ask for more context, more education, because there's a lot of stuff I don't know. But I kind of said, look, it's not, and someone sent me a message saying that this person was saying a lot of bad things about this other person, out of the blue, just completely out of the blue, and wanted that person taken off the bill. So I did a bit of investigation, looked at the comments, and I kind of go, not really. Like, this person is calling this other person a bully, which based on actions is fair. There's nothing more than that to it. But there was a lot of this other extracurricular stuff that I realised I can't really go into it in too much detail without outing people, which I don't really want to do. That's not the point of it. The point is there are people sending basically strangers messages asking for people to be removed from bills for incorrect reasons. And I kind of asked for context and I got nothing back. So basically, if I don't understand what's going on, I can't ask for education. If I don't know, I'm stupid. That's pretty much it. And I just kind of wish the world was that easy. We kind of, social media is, 10 years old? We don't know how to use it yet. We say things on social media that we would never say to people in real life. Messages I've gotten on this topic, people wouldn't say them to me in real life. But they think they're safe to say whatever they want on social media. They're not. So basically, if you're a bully, don't be a bully, because there's always going to be someone bigger than you who's going to slap you. That's pretty much it. I have no time for bullies. I have no interest in it. And the most important part of this is that message didn't affect the Wicklow Pride gig. It went off in a packed room in O'Shea's Corner there to finish off after they'd done the parade through the town, all that sort of stuff. I think it's the first one in Wicklow. They celebrated and they had comedy, they had drag shows, they had drag discos, all that sort of stuff all the way through the night. Comedy kicked that off and we put that together and it went really well, so it's great. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, just basically don't be a bully. That's pretty much it. But what else has been going on? Oh yeah, actually, while I have you, organising a gig on let me get the information up, it should be burnt on the inside of my eyelids at this stage, the 11th of August, I think it is. Let me find it here. Oh my god, why is nothing working? Hang on, let me put the pervy. Why is nothing working? No, that's not good. Sorry, I was about to say sorry, darlings, I don't know you. I'm sure you are. Like, don't get me wrong. I just don't really understand what's going on. Let me get this up in another way. I should have been prepared, but it's Friday and I'm exhausted. And I have to try and figure out how to get training. Jeez. Oh, actually, do you know what else? While I'm trying to get that up, if you pardon me, where I'm going next, I got lost in a YouTube wormhole I love shorts. I don't like sitting through a whole thing unless it's some sort of stupid documentary. But there's a podcaster, right, who, I don't know what the podcast is, some rap thing, right? He's this kind of guy covered in tattoos, a bit like, do you remember Tim Westwood on MTV? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about him, but that kind of rap podcast. You see, I can't even go on without being called a name, but yeah, he has a podcast anyway, and his wife, her girlfriend or whatever, is a porn star. Fine, if that's what you're into. And they have a podcast where apparently they do an interview with a female porn star, and then they just start riding each other at the end of the podcast, which is grand. And like, to be fair, I do exactly the same thing here. I talk to you guys for about 30 minutes and then I go and have sex myself in another room, but you don't need to know that. But this is how the podcast goes. Not mine, his. And apparently his wife, or his new wife, or whatever, he organised for her to go and ride some fella on screen. And people are calling him all sorts of names. And I'm kind of thinking about it. You know, it's a bit like if you're a fella, right? And you demand your wife or girlfriend have be in good shape and all that sort of stuff, but you're sitting there eating chips and belly hanging over your belt. You know, you can't really have it both ways. She's going to eventually lose interest. And you're probably going to die of obesity. But aside from that, he's kind of going, right, I've got a podcast with my missus and we get to ride someone that I want to ride at the end of the podcast. Eventually she's going to go, maybe I should, maybe I should be allowed to go and ride some fella. You know, it's like when you're 18 and you go, yeah, oh geez, I can ride everything. I get a horn on a bus. But a lot of people are calling him a cook and all this sort of stuff, all these stupid words. At the end of the day, it's not, for me, it's not a spectator sport. It's, what does Frank Drebin say? Sex is like basketball. I like my sex like I like my basketball, 1-on-1 and with as little dribbling as possible. But the amount of abuse this guy is getting online, like, the problem is, and listen, you could be the most secure man in the world. I saw a picture of the fella she went and recorded with. Now, he was fully clothed, right? I nearly had tried to have sex with him myself. He's that attractive. Do you know what I mean? And, she goes off and there'll be noises she makes in that video that she's never made in bed with him. And you kind of go, oh. But I guess it might be the same for her when they're doing stuff. But it's a typical man thing, isn't it? It doesn't sound as bad, because it's him, to me, as a man with head trauma, because it's himself and the wife riding some young one, not just him. I don't know if he doesn't. I just find it hilarious because, like, it's actually what nightmares are made of. Because he kind of knew deep down that if he continues with the podcast, eventually she's going to go, all right, well, you've gotten to lay some cable over here. I want to go and get Sky Sports over here. It's just hilarious how mad the world is. But listen, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. There are people who like to dress up as furry animals. Do you know what I mean? Sure, my neighbour can only get hard if he's in his Ford Mondeo. We all have our kinks. I can't remember what I was going to try and say there, but I found it hilarious. But yeah, let me get into this. I had put a thing up. Sorry, wait. Can you hear that hissing? This is what happens when you buy your gear off Wish. So yeah, I put a thing up to say, have a rant at me. And I've got a few here. We're just going to go through. It's not going to be a long one today, just to kind of try and get back in the swinger of things. Send me anonymous messages. Ever gone skinny dipping? Yes. Well, it was in the Irish Sea. So much like any time. Yeah, it wasn't really enticing for anyone on the beach. It was 2 p.m. Not to be creepy, but you're really cute, lol. Okay, sorry, these are anonymous messages, by the way. Not to be creepy, right? It's not creepy. It's not creepy until you say, I don't mean to be creepy. Like, it's not creepy unless you put the echo on. Now that's very creepy. But, but you're really cute. I've never been called cute. But no, I was called cute when I had hair back in the day. I had hair like Dawson from Dawson's Creek. I think it's on my Instagram there. It's fairly hilarious. But yeah. But the lol at the end, not to be creepy, but you're really cute, lol, makes me think you're being sarcastic. So will you resend that? Just without the lol. And just use full words, okay? So not to be. It's just the letter B. I need full letters. I'm an old man. I need full English. But thank you. I think you're really cute as well, whoever you are. The worst advice I've ever given. The worst advice I've ever given. Ooh. See, I try not to give any advice because I don't want to give the wrong advice, which is probably bad advice. So that's probably what it is. Good question though. Describe me in 3 words. Oh, this is weird. Sussy small goat. I don't know what that means. Small goat. Actually, this person might have seen me when I came out of the water when I was doing skinny dipping. It looks a bit like a small goat after I've been in the sea. That's what we call a callback, kids. No, sorry guys. Some of these describe me in 3 words are not very good because they're complimentary, and that's nice, but it's not really spicy, gorgeous, beautiful. Oh yeah. Amazing, perfect, perfection. Okay, I think what I need to do is to not allow people to answer me when they've been smoking crack. So yeah, what the hell am I talking about, guys? I don't know. I'm really tired, as you can tell. Let me see. Actually, I've got one more thing to try before I go into gigs and stuff. Let me see. So that was John Cena speaking Chinese. Let me see. I don't know why I have that. Sorry, I don't know. Excuse me. That's shit. I'm going to be deleting that app. I'm trying to get this soundboard where I can load in like different sound effects and clips and stuff, but that was pretty shit. So yeah, long story short, I'll get more coffee into me next time I talk to you. August the 11th in the Lighthouse in Dunleary. That's a Friday, which is great. I have Patrick McDonald, Owen McLove from Father Ted is going to be closing the show. I have Edwin Salmon in there as the featured act. We are going to find out if Edwin and myself are in fact the same people. People need to know and find out. And I'll be supporting everyone with Kevin Gildee being the host. So it's going to be great crack. August the 11th, Keegolaughs.com. If you use Keego at checkout, there's a early bird discount there for you. Tickets are already starting to go, which is great. And then I'm going up to Belfast in when is that? August the 9th, so 2 days before that. And then I'm going up to Armagh. Where's that gone? Armagh on the 4th or the 11th, the 4th. So it's going to be a good little. I'm busy writing at the moment because I'm going to be recording my 40 minutes, 45 minutes, hour in Crowbar in the Button Factory on the 13th of October, Friday the 13th of October. So keep that free if you want to come in, laugh with me or at me, whichever. So it's going to be a big deal. We're going to record that, and that'll be kind of my first one. So it's going to be good fun. But what else has been going on? Nothing planned, with loads of friends getting together tomorrow for a bit of cheeky dinner. And yeah, that's about it. I need to plan ahead on these things, but as you can tell, I'm just really tired. But yeah, most importantly, happy Friday. I hope this Friday is the best Friday of the year so far. I hope tomorrow is the best Saturday of the year so far. I'll talk to you next week. But yeah, if you have anything you want to send my way, abuse, congratulations, educations, whatever it is, Keegolaughs@gmail.com. All info at Keegolaughs.com. Have a great weekend.